Screw your freedom.
Fake carrots. Fake fruit. Fake. Fake. Fake grapefruits. Fake. Liar! You liar!
Strange days, everybody. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. I am back on the grid here, and there's just an amazing amount of weird, strange, bizarre shit going on around the world and in your neck of the woods. I guarantee it. Did anyone ever think that Bobby Rahall's racing headquarters in Indy frickin' Anna would be raided by the FBI? Really? Bobby Rahal, racing legend, had his headquarters in Indiana raided by the FBI. I mean, was he speeding to get to work that day? Did someone spot a noose in the garage? Or did he violate Gavin Gruesome Newsom's mean tweet law? I mean, we'll get to the mean tweet law in a minute, but don't worry. The FBI is bound to get to, Hillary Clinton, Hunter Biden, the Obamas, Mitt Romney, James Comey, Merrick Garland, Nancy Pelosi, all of them. By the year 2035, they promise to do a really good job as well. I don't know what Bobby Rahal could have done. The FBI, really, that's their focus? And harassing social media influencers. Yeah, instead of arresting people who threaten the president, Trump that is, with assassination. And it's just incredible, folks. Let me get back to Gruesome Newsom. He's really upset at all of the artificial intelligence tweets, the little videos out there that are being made to make Kamala Harris look like, well, the idiot that she actually is. I mean, you really don't have to do a lot to camel hose videos, but I mean, they can make them more ridiculous, sillier, funnier, and I love that. But yeah, he's very upset about that. So in response to his threats, and now he is apparently signed a law in California that you're not allowed to use artificial intelligence to create videos. Really? It's illegal? Have they ever heard of the fucking First Amendment? I don't think so. Apparently they forgot all about it. Apparently Gavin Newsom and the entire Assembly and Senate in California missed that fucking day in school. You are allowed to lie. You are allowed to give misinformation, disinformation, disingenuous information, smart-ass information, parody information. Anything you want as a free human being, it is our right with a capital R. But these people think they own the world and own you. Well, fuck you, Gavin. I'm going to keep retweeting. Now let's just say, oh yeah, see what happened is Elon Musk retweeted something, and he didn't like that. So apparently, and in order to get a law passed, you just have to piss off the politicians, and they'll come after you like that, especially if you are a Trump supporter. Now, what are we going to do, folks? What is going to come next? Literally, retweeting is a crime in California. Remember, just last week and the week before, and probably just for the last month, they've been arresting British subjects. And I am not subject to any crown. I am not subject to any government. I am a free American, not a subject of the king or a subject of any government. There's such a huge difference. We are going to have, folks, a nasty fucking revolution. And I am not promoting it. The Democrats are. They truly are. Now, again, the parodies that were made of Gavin Newsom instantly appeared. Artificial intelligence. Oh, there was one guy who actually looked like that snake in the grass. A piece of shit. Is that artificial intelligence, or is this regular intelligence calling Gavin Newsom a piece of shit? Who looked just like him, was making fun of him down on the beach doing parody work. But they have made a ton of parodies about Gavin Newsom. They turned his face into a monster's face while he was sitting there talking all of his bullshit. Gavin Newsom allowed millions and millions and millions of acres of national forest and state forest to burn in California. Cities burned to the fucking ground because he would not stop the fires. He wouldn't fight them. Gavin Newsom is a complete traitorous criminal. Fuck him. So if I, in the great state of Florida, decide to retweet a parody of any political figure, California can declare me a criminal and extradite me from the state of Florida all the way to California? Under what fucking authority? So anyways, people have just said, yeah, fuck you to Gavin Newsom. And they're creating parody after parody after parody now of him. It is a constitutional right. It's called free speech. They don't get to determine what political speech is nice and fair and acceptable. The objective behind it is to offend the fuck out of them. There is no law that protects politicians from being insulted. There never has been. And to claim that, well, the framers of the Constitution didn't know about the internet and computers. So the people are empowered with computers, then the internet, then artificial intelligence for video making. We just have a louder voice now. Once again, it's not about having a voice, it's how loud we can be. Anyways, just pissed me off. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Here we go. This is your show as well, so get your questions down below. Mr. Ooman will categorize them. I'm going to do my 30-minute monologue, and then guess what? It's going to be your turn. So let's get to this, folks. It's been revealed today, and folks, a lot of stuff is being revealed today, that Iran was feeding information they stole from the Trump campaign. I guess they hacked in, stole the information, and then supplied it to the camel toe, camel hoe campaign. It's illegally spying, and they accepted illegal information. Trump even says, hey, she and her campaign were illegally spying on me through an enemy of the United States of America. Does that sound a lot like Iran, kind of like Russia? Is Kamala an Iranian puppet, an Iranian spy? A lot of questions out there, folks, but you better shut your fucking mouth. Oh, yeah, you better shut your mouth, folks. Now, retired Border Patrol agent, chief Border Patrol agent, worked for Kamala, right? Because she was the border czar, and he testified. He testified that he was ordered to cover up the increase in suspected terrorists who were arrested at the border. He was ordered by the Kamala Sleepy Joe regime to what? To not report facts and truth. How is this not an impeachment offense? Intentionally lying to us. What else was this guy and other agents ordered to do? There's all kinds of crazy shit going on, folks. All kinds of crazy shit going on. I mean, this was fucking brilliant, right? We had Project Veritas out there doing undercover work, getting information. Now, interestingly, Steven Crowder of Louder with Crowder, right-wing social media fame, right? He is a millennial. He's been out there for over a decade, putting the hurt on the liberals, waking people up, doing a great job. Anyways, they went undercover. and had a drink and some food with the former New York City COVID czar. If they hate Russia so much, Russia, why do these fucking Democrats call people a czar? I never liked that, period. It is the Russian version of Caesar, czar, czar. Anyways, the COVID czar under Mayor de Blasio revealed on video talking about his orgies and drug parties that he and his wife hosted while 9 million Americans were locked down in New York City. Talking shit about the non or unvaccinated. That's right, folks. This clown was having fucking orgies and throwing fucking cocaine all over the place while everyone else was told, you stay inside or you'll be arrested. Close your shops or you'll be arrested. Do this, do that, do the other. No fun for you, while they're all slurping and sucking on each other. Not happy with these fucking people. And speaking of slurping and sucking on people, guess what? P. Diddy doesn't look like he's going to see the light of day anytime soon. Apparently, he's being kept in the same shithole facility that I think is it Jeffrey Epstein was in. Some of the January 6th prisoners have been kept in, and he's complaining that it's not fit. No, not fit for royalty like him. All of the celebrities, all of the politicians who posed with P. Diddy, especially the celebrities, folks, he threw his own fruitcake sex parties. Apparently, they found something like 400 dildos in his house when they raided it. Why does one black man need that many dildos? Just saying. I mean, hey, you can have as many guns as you want. It's America, but dildos? Really? Anyways, this fucking guy, P. Diddy, videos are leaking out now. He's got videos that apparently were used for extortion and bribery purposes. Apparently, Obama, who has been pictured with P. Diddy, and maybe even Big Mike have been to his parties. Who knows what sort of acts, filthy, disgusting acts were done with that group of people. In any event, there's a lot of fear out there amongst the powerful elites in media, entertainment, and politics that P. Diddy is going to reveal all of them, that he's not going to go down alone. I think that's only that's appropriate, don't you think? Considering that they were all going down on each other. You know, it makes sense that he ought to go down and roll over on them since so many of them rolled over. You betcha. Uman says, let's get ahead of this. P. Diddy didn't delete himself. He deleted his own. Someone deleted his, who was it that deleted their webpage? Who was that? Fuck. P. Diddy didn't kill himself. We got to get ahead of this. Committing suicide. He asked the judge, for to be released on bail, promising that he wouldn't have any women at his residence. Yeah, all these complaints also stem from people who've complained that they were sex slaves against their will, that he drugged them and forced them to commit filthy acts. In other words, he sounds a lot like Harvey Weinstein on steroids. He sounds a lot like Jeffrey Epstein, only domestically. And oh yeah, by the way, he's a registered Democrat. P. Diddy is. He hasn't killed himself yet, but hold on, man. It's coming. He's going to find a way. I wonder if the government has discovered a way to not let their prisoners kill themselves. Good golly. The left is losing their shit, folks. They're falling apart. They're turning on each other. They're attacking everybody they can, and of course, especially Trump. They're trying to attack J.D. Vance, vice presidential nominee, and the man is holding his own. He's continuing to turn everything around and make the Democrats look and sound as stupid as they really are. And understand, folks, our country is being overrun by domestic enemies. They've infiltrated the military, the bureaucracy, all governments at every level. They've invited in terrorists from all around the world who hate us for a variety of different reasons. And they want to kill us. And they're going to start with, if they can, President Trump. In fact, there's a Democrat who called into C-SPAN. And the host, they're taking questions and comments. Anyways, this caller, hey caller, what do you have to say? He praised would-be Trump assassins. Yep, there you go. Bring on a guy. Let him praise people who are trying to assassinate Trump. Shouldn't they have like a 6 or a 10-second delay? Nope, they let that go out, folks. We have domestic enemies amongst us. I mean, do you doubt me when I tell you guys that 4 out of 10 people that you see in everyday life around you support Kamala Harris, they support terror and terrorism, and they support anti-Americanism? That is the Democrat Party. Period. They are that fucking evil. I mean, this is incredible. Democrat Representative Slimebag Douche Scumhole Dan Goldman. You can guess his belief systems. Dan Goldman declared Trump will, quote, execute a coup on January 6th in 2025. Is Dan Goldman a prophet? Right? Did he consult his Torah or his I don't know, his holy books? Is that where he found? I mean, how did he figure that he sees the future? Dan Goldman? Did he read the Talmud? Right? I think he meant to say Trump will stop a coup by Kamala on January 6th, 2025. Because that's what we're existing and living under right now. A coup that was committed on January 6th, 2021. And then again on Inauguration Day when they swore them in. In fact, someone has taken Kamala's oath of office video and played that and overlaid the audio over all of the criminality that is going on because of her and Joe Biden's behavior. All of the death, mayhem, illegality, crimes, death, murder, everything. She's still fucking lying on a daily basis about, well, I never supported BLM. Really, you just, it's unbelievable. But these other Democrats, Trump will execute a coup. That makes him sound like he is a criminal. He needs to be shot, right? The Democrats, they won't tone down their fucking rhetoric. Oh no. I say bring it on then. Bring on the rhetoric. And I just got to tell you, this one cracked me up. I got a couple of lighthearted things to shoot at you guys. Big Mike, Michelle Obama, the woman with a dick swinging in her pants, allegedly, she was at Costco in person peddling her new beverage called Plezzy Fizz, Plezifizz, Plezzy Fizz. Why the fuck would anyone buy anything that Michelle Obama is going to make money on or endorses? The bitch has 4 fucking mansions. I don't think she has ever held a job down. But I think Plezzy Fizz was not a very good name. It should be called Pedo Fizz. Because I'm pretty sure that only pedos are going to buy it. Oh, and of course, pedo supporters and pedo apologists, a.k.a. Democrats. So I wonder what the secret ingredient in Pedo Fizz is. I mean, literally, would you drink anything? Would you drink a beverage that Barack Obama wants you to drink? Or Hillary? Or Nancy? Or Chuck Schumer? Or Joe Biden? Would you do anything or drink anything those fucking people make? They're on the same side as people who want you to eat fucking bugs. Bugs. Crazy. One more here. I got you. The judo champion from Serbia has been suspended for 5 months from, I think, the International Judo Association, some shit fuck organization like that. Why? Because at the Paris Olympics, he made the sign of the cross. Oh, so he did one of these numbers, huh? Did one of those, made a sign of the cross. Maybe he should have worn a fucking dildo stuck to his forehead and had a rainbow flag painted on his face. That's fine. But don't you dare, right? Don't you dare do that. These people, folks, they are sick as fuck. Here's another one, though, and I'm going to go right back into the ones, right? Susan Rice. She was, I think, Secretary of State at one point for Barack Obama. She is a literal scumbag. But she claims that Trump will carry out, get this, mass expulsions of American citizens. So not only is he an existential threat to democracy, and he's destroying the American democracy, and not only that is he a Nazi and a white supremacist, and that he's Hitler reincarnated. Not only that, but now he's going to arrest the Democrats and mass expulsions of American citizens. Now, if we substitute the word traitors for the word citizens, now this idea becomes both constitutional and possible. And I support that. Mass expulsions of American traitors. All right, Susan Rice can get on that bus. Now, nowhere did Trump say he's going to put him in concentration camps or work camps or re-education camps, because you can't fix stupid. You can't. And understand that, folks. If Trump wins the election, if Trump is inaugurated president, if we start getting rid of these scumbag invaders and we start calling people for what they are, traitors and communists, and having trials and applying the law at them for treason, every last one of these Democrat scumbags, this 4 in 10 I've told you about, they're going to go into hiding and pretend like they never said any of that. They're going to pretend, folks, because that's what they do. They lie, they lie, they lie. They do. And ABC is lying also. They're continuing to lie their asses off. ABC News is trying to cover for Camel Toes Harris and the ABC moderators from the debate. So Senator Marshall of the U.S. Senate is demanding both ABC News and Camel Ho Harris turn over all communications having to do with the debate. They need to shine the light of truth on these cockroaches. Don't expect anything to come from the investigation. Oh, no. I am not going to blow smoke up your ass and give you false hope. I just want you to know that the more this is discussed, the more it's talked about, the more we will see the Republicans in the Senate and Congress are a bunch of pussies. They're weak and they're cowards. They're weak cowards because all they want to do is have meetings and investigations and committee hearings and then do nothing with it. What we need is a real president. We need an attorney general who is instructed to prosecute criminals, not let them off and go, oh, that's not that bad. We don't need another Jeff fucking Sessions or Bob the Hut, Jabba Bob. What the fuck was his name? What was his name? The last attorney general under Trump the first time. Bob Barr. There we go. That big fat sack of shit. That was his name, wasn't it? Oliver. Ooh, man. Was it Bob Barr? Was that the last attorney general under the big jackass? He's shaking his head. Yes, I got that one right. Anyway, Senator Marshall, good. Get them up there. Get their testimony. And I am continuing to be amazed and pleased that Trump allowed Kamala Harris to lie her ass off for an hour and 45 minutes at the debate because she's done nothing but give us facts about who she is and what she wants. Now, they're desperate, folks. The Democrats are desperate. They're losing support. They're now losing support of Teamsters, folks, trade unions who have been for decades after decades after decades because they are largely communist in nature. Not every member, but the union organization is designed to control. Anyways, Teamsters, I think a pipe fitters union up in the Rust Belt states, up where they, mine iron and produce cars and other things. Upper Midwest, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana was part of it, Illinois and Chicago and specific area, right? These states have huge unions, and they have released to the public their internal union polls, and Trump has anywhere from, I think, 65 up to 75% approval from union members. They're desperate, the Democrats are. So what have they done? They've dug up, of course, dusted off that old, nasty, crusty bitch, Hillary Clinton. And they've also managed to dig up Hanoi Jane. That's right, Jane Fonda, who herself should have been arrested and tried as a traitor for going to North Vietnam, communist North Vietnam, while America was at war with communism in Vietnam. While American Marines and soldiers were fighting and dying, battling communists, that cunt, Jane Fonda, went to North Vietnam, posed with communists, read communist propaganda. She's a traitor. And that's where she got the nickname Hanoi Jane. Anyways, supposedly she was campaigning door to door for Kamala Harris in the state of Michigan. Now, if you believe for a fucking second that Jane Fonda went door to door, no way. She probably went to one or two doors, knocked on the doors of, let's just say this, Democrats who were prepped and prepared to greet Jane Fonda at the door. You think for a second she was going door to door all day long? Jane Fonda, multi-billionaire. No, this is a fucking photo op. But desperation, trying to present it that way to convince, oh my God, Jane Fonda, she wants to vote for Kamala. Oh, well, sign me up. Desperation is the word of the day for the Democrats and Kamala, folks. They dusted off Hillary and Commie Jane, the traitor, Hanoi Jane. It's a photo op. It's an attempt to energize the Democrat communists. And this is important for two reasons. To win an election. One second. Hey, Luke.
Hey.
I'm in the middle of my show. Let me call you back, buddy.
Cheers. Sounds good.
All right, we'll talk about everything then, okay? All right, good buddy. Sorry about that, silly kids. Here's the deal, the way I see it, is they are extremely afraid right now, the Democrats, of losing. The danger level is going to continue to go up for me, you, and especially Trump, as they have fewer and fewer options and support. They need enough votes so they can try and steal the election and say, see, we did good. But if they can't even get close, if they're losing unions, losing a lot of Democrats, having Democrat politicians go, you know what, the Democrat Party ain't what it was when I signed up, and they're leaving. Democrats are walking away. There is no excitement for voting. This is going to be a fucking shit show for them. And they can't afford nor allow Donald Trump back into office. So you can imagine what is going to happen. I mean, Donald Trump made an in-studio live audience appearance on the Greg Gutfeld show. It wasn't just Greg in a quiet little studio with no people around so he doesn't get confused or upset, right? There were multiple guests all asking questions, chiming in, and Trump handled it all like a champ. Kamala would have flipped out, cackled her ass off, and then, in typical fashion, offered word salad answers for everything, because that's what she does. When she gets confused, she just starts cackling. Oh, breaking news. Elon Musk is now being investigated for his assassination attempt comments about Kamala Harris. Yep, you bet, folks. Elon Musk. Oh, yeah. And Gavin Newsom is saying, you know what? He just might investigate and prosecute Elon Musk. They've got some problems, folks. They got some big problems, and they're not going to stop. They're going to come after me. They're going to come after you. They're going to go after Donald Trump like you can't fucking believe. All right, we're at the halfway point. Let's do this. Let's switch over to the inner circle and your thoughts. And we're back. All right, Mr. Uman, let's see what's happening out there. What's on your mind? And Michael Smith, which is a pseudonym for the channel, and it's Village Idiot. He says, I want to see 20 million illegals evacuate the country. Or he says, no, want to see. Announce they are now on the menu. Then throw a few on the Barbie and invite everyone to the block party. I tell you what, tell the Cubans that the Haitians taste like chicken and they'll be on the menu. You bet. You bet that on the menu. You bet. There's a lot of hungry alligators out there. They could be scared to death in this country, folks. They should be. But I love Village Idiot, the humor. At the same time, these illegal invaders, they're not even migrants. Right? They are doing their best to organize themselves, create income streams by victimizing and committing crime, organizing their gangs, taking over sections of cities. There's going to be a war. It is going to be a partisan war. It is going to be a war of self-defense against invasion, and there will ultimately be a civil war, in my opinion. I think so. At this point, it is getting so nasty. It cannot be settled. It won't be settled the easy way. There is no logic and reason. Have you listened to Democrats? No logic and reason. Period. And thank you, Village Idiot. Thank you, Mr. Uman. Who do we want to bring up next? And it is Uman. He said, Gruesome Newsom is threatening to arrest Elon Musk. Really? Well, you know what this could look like? Political persecution, revenge, because Elon Musk is taking his businesses out of California. His auto manufacturing has left California 100%, and he took X, also known as Twitter. He's taken it and relocated it. And so, yes, all his exes live in Texas now on Gruesome Newsom's side. Now, back to Uman's statement. He says, just like the gun laws that were overturned, it opens up a window to file lawsuits to bankrupt and shut up your opponents before it gets overturned. It is lawfare. Absolutely 100%. It is. I am so fucking sick of the government saying, well, we can pass whatever we want for laws, and we can enforce whatever we want for laws. And if you want to be free, you've got to go to court and fight it, and fight it, and fight it, and fight it. And if you win, and when you win, you got to go to the appellate court and fight it, and fight it, and fight it. And then you've got to go to the state Supreme Court and fight it, and fight it, and fight it, unless it's a federal screwball fuck job law. And then you got to go to the federal system. There needs to be a penalty for assholes like Gavin Newsom and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris every time they violate our rights. And everyone who voted for it should have to pay a penalty. What that penalty should be, I don't know. But there needs to be a penalty. And I want to remind everyone that if you live in California, you can find out where Gavin Newsom lives. You can find out where all the assembly members live. You can find out where all the state senators live. And not just in California, but in every state, every governor, every congressional member or legislative member, every judge, every chief of police, every sheriff, every member of the government has a home that they climb into their vehicle and slither their way back there. You know who the snakes are. You know if your sheriff is good. You know if your mayor is good, your governor, you know. Write down their addresses, learn where they live, so you can serve them papers when you sue them. Serve them papers. That's why you need to know where they live. They need to pay for what they've done. Be careful, folks. I'm not encouraging anyone to violate the law. I'm not glamorizing violating the law. I'm talking about justice, and it needs to be visited upon these fucking scumbags. The rhetoric is getting louder, folks. It truly is. American girls are being raped. American girls are being permanently injured by men pretending to be women in their sports. American people, children, are dying from medical malpractice and pharmaceutical poisoning. It is happening right now. People are being raped, kidnapped, auctioned off. California, it's only a misdemeanor if you buy a child for sex. That's how fucked up this place is, folks. Understand, we are at war. It is a war between no longer Democrats and Republicans. It is a war about good and evil. Will you allow evil to exist? If someone asked you 5 years ago, should we allow Democrats to exist? The answer would be, yeah, free speech and all. But if I said evil, ask yourself, who is evil? Now, of course, the Democrats are going to say, I'm evil, and you're evil, and Trump is evil. Evil is corrupting the innocence of children and having them self-mutilate, lying to them, lying to the people about COVID, lying to the people about the Jim Jones juice. Oh, it's fine. It's safe. It's coming, folks. It's coming. In fact, you want evil? Get this. This is just reported. It broke today. 20 Trump supporters who sat behind him while he spoke in Tucson, Arizona. If you're looking at the screen, to the right side of Trump, as he stopped his speech and left, he walked in front of the stands, about 20 supporters, and they ended up being taken to the emergency room. This is bizarre as fuck. 20 people, all who shook hands, talked to Trump. Trump had his back to the audience, and everyone was facing Trump. They ended up with blurred vision, burns inside their eyes. Many of them were temporarily blinded. Some are still having trouble seeing. Their faces broke out, blisters, some of them, red, swelling. What the fuck is going on? The best guess I have is someone had an ultraviolet weapon of some sort. Microwaves, possibly microwave, a directed microwave weapon. But that would have heated their skin instantly, just like a microwave heats your food instantly. Whereas ultraviolet burns. Like you guys see me, I turn all red. That's because I spent a few hours in the sun, and it takes an hour or two for me to start turning red from it. Well, these people near instantly ended up in the fucking hospital. Ultraviolet, serious radiation. That's my guess. What are your guesses on that? What are your guesses? Folks, crazy shit. Crazy shit. They're willing to do anything. I told you they were going to attack Trump supporters. Not just one, but now 2 bomb threats, right? Or 2 bombs were found in New York City. They tried saying it was a training device for a bomb sniffing dog. Oh, really? That's exactly where you want to fucking take a bomb that has to have bomb residue on it for the dog to find it. Take a bomb looking device near a Trump rally. They're trying to scare Trump supporters away. And apparently they're willing to do something to them to cook them. Oh, man, I'm fucking pissed off. Who's up next? Badass Diving Frog. He says, John, I see where the young in China are revolting. They're worried about the country's infrastructure, both economically and military. They don't want to fight America. There is a risk, a huge risk coming up before the election of China invading Taiwan. And if that's the case, I don't think the Chinese have anything to worry about because, well, Nancy Pelosi made it perfectly clear. They're not going to defend Taiwan. Same with Joe Biden. You think Kamala Harris is going to defend Taiwan? No, not a bit. Now, if they wait till Trump is in office, we could have some trouble there. But this is going to be a problem. The youth in China, right? They don't want to fight America. They should worry about the infrastructure, banking, and financial system of China as well. But China has hypersonic missiles, folks. Hypersonic missiles. I know that the United States of America has hypersonic missiles as well, but China has a bunch of them. The next time they want to do a conventional war, it is going to be a completely different battlefield. Completely different. Russia has, as many of you may know, the most advanced, fastest hypersonic missile. I think the fastest one they have is Mach 27. It's pretty fucking fast. Mach 27. You can't see it. You can't stop it. There is no defense. There's no defense. Unbelievable, folks. Yeah, interesting. Thank you very much, Mr. Diving Frog. Man, we're rolling along nicely. What do we got next? It's Chin Music. He says, how much shit can these Democrats get away with before people really get pissed? Well, I'm there. I'm there, Chin. The question is not who are the Cowboys playing this Sunday? I couldn't fucking tell you because I couldn't fucking care. I don't know what sport team is playing anywhere. But I appreciate the facetious second question. The real good question is before people get really pissed. I think a lot of us are there. But a follow-up question to you, Mr. Music, is what can you do about it? What can you or I do about it? The power I have is to speak. The power I have is to wake people up, to red pill them, to help them understand the truth, to help them realize they're being cheated out of their rights, their freedom, their property, and that they better learn this fucking thing right here, the U.S. Constitution. And if that isn't going to do it, then they better learn the Declaration of Independence. There is going to come a time, if the governments, the state governments will not stand up to Washington, D.C., then it may be you and me, Chin Music, and others like us within our respective states who want to stand up and tell the government of our states, you will tell them to fuck off because we're not going to support them and we won't support you at the state level if you are not going to defend our rights against the usurpers. That is to say, the liars, cheats, and thieves, the unconstitutional authority coming out of D.C. We are getting much, much, much closer. We're not there yet, man. But if you're pissed off, then other people are waking up, and we need to continue to use our intellect and our voices. Our First Amendment guaranteed free speech. I have the right to practice my religion, and if my religion tells me expose hypocrites, liars, thieves, fraud, crime. That's my religious belief, folks, right? shout from the rooftops. I think that's somewhere in the New Testament. Not to mention the one that says, sell your cloak and buy a sword. Well, they didn't have AR-15s back then. They didn't even have muskets back then. But if they had AR-15s at the time of Christ, you may have heard a few disciples say, sell your cloak and buy an AR-15, some 30-round magazines, and some body armor. It's going to get nasty. It is shit they're getting away with, Chin. There's going to be hell to pay. There needs to be a day of reckoning. And as Thomas Jefferson once was quoted as saying, the tree of liberty from time to time needs to be refreshed with the blood of tyrants and patriots. And the word patriots was included in that, honestly, because good men and women will die in order to restore liberty in this country. Our common law rights, our right to live, own property outright, not paying a fucking fee, a rental fee to the government called property tax, the right to travel, the right to happiness, right? Pursuit of happiness. It makes me happy to do artificial intelligence memes. We're going to have a hell of a time, folks. A hell of a fucking time. It is not going to be easy. It really isn't. Okay, Uman, who's up next? We still had some time left in this hour, and Uman has something from Corsair Trainers. He says Los Angeles County is reporting a cluster of dengue fever breaking out. I wonder where that came from. Is Uman, is that dengue or dengue?
I believe it's dengue fever.
Dengue. Oh, well, then the treatment is Bengay. Well, if it's dengue, why don't they go get some monkeypox vax?
I believe that's something from the jungles that
Southeast Asia?
in Africa or
Oh.
Vietnam or somewhere. I don't remember exactly where that came from.
A place that Donald Trump called a shithole country?
Some shithole country. Here, let me look it up.
Yeah. So while you look it up, I'll continue with my ranting.
All right.
We were told we couldn't even go to the fucking grocery store unless you got a mask on your face and the Jim Jones juice. We were told you're going to be cut off from social services. Medical treatment is a human right. No, not unless you do what they say. But they have let in 20 fucking million people. Kamala Harris, camel toes, camel slut. I want to make sure I get her name right, so I'm going to say all of her names. She lets them in to the country with no evidence, proof that they are vaccinated to the minimum standards, much less all of the newest things. And by the way, speaking of the monkeypox vaccine, it's being reported, I think it's on the fucking label, that if you take it, people around you can have an adverse reaction if they're vaccinated with the Jim Jones juice. They can have an adverse reaction to your monkeypox vaccine and it can kill you. Have you fucking read that, Uman?
I have read that. Yeah, I read that right before the show. I haven't had a chance to dive into that, but that's pretty scary.
It's being reported by multiple sources. Yep, the newest monkeypox vaccine. If you take it, it can have an adverse reaction if you've been vaccinated with other things, and it can affect other people. Isn't that just fucking fabulous? Someone goes out and gets one of these butt pirate vaccines, and then they start coughing, sneezing, farting, and breathing on other Jim Jones juice recipients and killing them. Well, I guess the population at the homosexual orgy clubs downtown are going to, they're going to start, I guess, kicking off. And it's probably a genocide. But not by us right-wingers, because I'm not going to give anyone any shots. I'll let them kill themselves. That's their business. Whew.
Okay.
I want you to, what?
I was going to say dengue fever is predominantly found in tropical and subtropical areas. The highest rates in the world are found in South America, India, and those southern south of China countries there.
Okay, so we've got Southeast Asia, India, which is the Middle East or Far East, depending on what side, I guess. And it wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't on the west coast of Africa, in the jungle zones there. You got the Congo and all that, but mostly they're saying South America.
Yeah, but the highest rates, the ones that are in red are on the chart here, are in South America and India, and then east of India.
Right. So we're getting people from all the shithole countries there where they've got dengue fever.
Yep.
Now, I have to ask this. Is it deadly, Uman?
It said it's mostly asymptomatic, but causes a lot of pain. Oh, shoot. I accidentally closed that window. Here we go.
It's asymptomatic, meaning most people don't even know they got it.
Right.
Kind of like cerveza bug.
If symptoms appear, they typically begin 3 to 14 days after infection, and they can include fever, headaches, vomiting, muscle and joint pain, and skin itching and rash.
Oh, great. And so thank you, Biden, and thank you, Kamala Harris. Thank you. Thanks for allowing that in, and thank you, Corsair trainers, for letting us know about it. Dengue, Bengay fever. Woo! There it is.
All
there
right.
It is. Thanks, man. Who else we got? What else is up there? Who's next? Dengue fever. Chin Music says Bezmenov said back in the 80s that the demoralization was complete and we are stuck with these traitors. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Yuri. And I can never pronounce his name very well either, but his speeches and education are all over the internet, unless they've taken him down. Let's see, not Brezhnev. That was certainly not him, the guy I'm thinking of. But there is a former Soviet citizen, brilliant guy who understood communism and the tactics that were being employed since World War II, all through the Cold War, in an effort to infiltrate, take over the education and political systems, and then indoctrinate kids all the way up through grade school into university. It had everything to do with demoralization, indoctrination, lies, and it's complete. Because now these traitors are here. These traitors are here. The first evidence of them were the stinking fucking hippies. They wanted to reject and rebel against American morality. The Democrat Party. They were the first party to be accused of being communist. Hey, how about that? They own it. Anyways. Yeah, folks, it's been explained what the communists are doing here. It has been fully explained. And it's real. I mean, get this, Kamala Harris, and this was, folks, this was back in 2007. She said this, we're going to walk into that home. That's right, Kamala Harris. She vowed to forcibly enter homes to check how legal gun owners store their firearms. That is not American. There is no Fourth or Fifth Amendment exclusion for whores who have made it into government authority positions. But that's exactly what she says. Now, see, she's going to say, well, I'm not going to confiscate your weapons. Well, what if Kamala and her Nazi Gestapo force broke into your home against your will without a warrant? They don't need a warrant. And found your guns were not acceptably stored. What are they going to do? They're going to take them. They're gonna fucking take them. Anyways, fuck that whore. Man, who's next? Who's got something to say? I know we got more. I got a lot to cover as well. And I'll tell you what, hey, sometimes Uman gets thirsty. He's got to leave the desk, but he's back. Now, oh shit, here we go. After the beeper booms and walkie-talkie kablammies, today they brought out the big guns for major strikes in Lebanon. Some folks in the region were celebrating because they don't like Hezbollah's either. So Israel is now striking directly with large munitions into Lebanon. Now, there are many Lebanese people, not lesbians, but Lebanese. There are many Lebanese people there who don't like Hamas, well, Hamas or Hezbollah. I think there was a diplomat out of Europe tried contacting the government of Lebanon to say, do you need some help? What's going on there? How, what's been happening? I think the response was, we don't have a government. Folks, they're fucking terrorists. Terrorists. And in fact, I saw a video today of injured Hezbollah terrorists on a large airplane flying back to Iran. The memes are fantastic. The jokes about all of the smart bombs and beepers are hilarious. People are dying. Yes, they are. Do I give a shit? Yes, I do. Because they're terrorists. Israel is more than willing to go all out against Hezbollah. If you remember, after the October 7th massacre, mass murder, mass rape, mass kidnapping, mass execution, mass torture of Israelis and Americans and others, Hezbollah and other terror organizations like Al-Qaeda, ISIS, as well as Hamas, said, if you dare retaliate, we're going to kick your ass, Israel. Well, Israel said, fine. And they've taken out Hamas. And then they are taking out Hezbollah. And I believe it was Hezbollah launched, thousands of missiles? Literally thousands of missiles, blindly launching them into Israel to kill as many people as possible. Men, women, children who are innocent, as well as all the government officials they could kill in the IDF. But the beeper bombs and walkie-talkie bombs blowing up, people like Ilhan Omar and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, they are pissed because, civilians could have been hurt. Have you seen the videos, folks? Have you seen the videos where Muslim jihadi moms dressed their infants, toddlers, and young children in camouflage and bomb vests and tell them they need to grow up to be martyrs for Allah and kill themselves and kill everyone else? The women and children, if you want to claim this, have been brainwashed, duped, and victimized, or you could say they're willing accomplices. Now, wait a moment. I don't want to hear that, John, you can't say that children in Palestine, in Lebanon, in Beirut, you can't say that children are making conscious decisions to become terrorists. That's wrong. They're just children. They're innocent. Wait a minute. I thought children could make life-altering permanent decisions about themselves and their bodies by becoming transgender. If they can make a decision about being transgender, surely they can make a decision about other social issues. Can't they identify as terrorists if they can identify as the opposite gender? Right? They want it both ways. Fuck you, Democrats. I'm not going to give it to you. D's nuts and Erios, right? Hezbollah's walkie-talkie explosions, injuring over 300, killing a couple of dozen now, maybe. Hezbollah is going to have to go back to using camel shit papyrus and writing messages the old-fashioned way. The videos out are hilarious, by the way, and they're coming out of the Middle East. They're coming out of the Middle East because the captions are in not phonetic or Phoenician alphabet. What are they? Cyrillic, Aramaic? whatever the fuck it is. But they're showing actors pretending to be Hezbollah, afraid to turn on the coffee pot, afraid, right, to push the remote on the TV. And it's crazy, folks. It's hilarious. They are making fun of them. They are memeing the terrorists. Meanwhile, the IDF is using real bombs. Right now in America, we're memeing the terrorists. I call them Democrats also. That's what I call them. We're memeing them. At some point, bullets are going to fly, folks. I hope you're prepared, because chance favors the prepared mind. If you don't prepare, you're going to be caught off guard, unawares, and not ready for the true horror that these people want to unleash. Remember, they want it, folks. They want it. Right? They want explosive devices at Trump. They want people shooting Trump. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They want to turn people loose on you. And folks, they're proving it. Not only do they eat cats and dogs, not only are they voodoo freaks coming out of Haiti and other countries, they're also cannibals. Cannibals, that's correct. I don't have to make this shit up. We don't have to make this shit up. Woo! Okay, guys. Mr. Uman, I will see everyone tomorrow. It'll be Friday. I thought today was not zero dark, but free for all. Been a rough week. But we can get through it. Just remember, folks, we've all got to be prepared. Until then, Semper Fi, and God bless America.